Everybody, Marcus Villegas here with Michael Chandler, who takes on Will Brooks in a rematch this Saturday at Bellator 131. Michael, you've had a few other rematches, well, one in particular that's very memorable, but the approach of a rematch, do you feel rematches are a lot harder, I guess, the second time around than the first time around?
Shoot, for me, no, this one, it seems like it's going a lot smoother than the first one. So, you know, and this was also I didn't get to prepare for Will Brooks the first time. This time I got the opportunity to prepare for him. I was, you know, 7 weeks into a training camp to fight Eddie Alvarez, and then, you know, he got pulled. So this is my first time getting to focus on him and all his movements and those kinds of things. So it's exciting. I'm in the best place I've ever been, and I'm looking for the finish Saturday night.
To you, what was the most challenging thing about this camp?
About this camp? You know, every camp is challenging. Honestly, it's trying to push yourself to the next level. You know, first of all, I needed to get healthy. I switched up my strength and conditioning, and my body is balanced out more, and it's stronger and it's more explosive. And I think the biggest thing is, like I said, always trying to break barriers. What got me to where I am now isn't what's going to get me to where I need to be in a year from now. You know, so I'm constantly trying to get better. I just feel very blessed and fortunate. I have some of the best training partners, best coaches in the world. So all the hay is in the barn at this point, and we put in a lot of work and just challenging myself, and I feel like I'm going to be the best competitor I've ever been come Saturday night.
I know for some fighters, when they lock themselves up in camp for weeks on end, they do get a little bit bored. For you, just in the past and even presently now, you said you like to switch things up, but do you get those feelings of getting bored with training, getting bored with the repetition?
You know, I'm in a very different place right now. I never really have been. I've never had a problem with motivation or any of that kind of stuff, because I really truly believe that this is the best occupation in the world for anybody, let alone myself. You know, so it's a fun way to make a living, and you know, if you can't take a step back and realize how awesome this is to be able to do what we're doing, and you don't have that passion, you know, get the heck out of the sport. You know, so I've never been that kind of guy, but you know, this camp in particular, you know, I just got married. My wife just fully moved out here 4 to 5 weeks ago, so well, you know, that got spiced things up. This has been the easiest training camp ever. She's been just taking care of me, cooking and all that kind of stuff. All my meals have been taken care of and all that kind of stuff. I haven't had to do that stuff myself after getting done with training and all that kind of stuff. And that, and then just also my new love for this sport, my new passion for this sport. It was in jeopardy, you know, over the last 6 months or 6 months ago, and you know, my body wasn't working the way it needed to be, and I really questioned whether or not I was going to be able to do this for much longer, and found that newfound spark. And like I said, in numerous other interviews, I feel like I'm 18 years old again. I'm better than I've ever been, and it's time to show that Saturday night.
What caused that rediscovery? I guess the rekindling of the love.
You know, it was just. You know, you do kind of take it for granted a little bit. You know, my body has always worked for me very well. You know, I've been very blessed with athleticism and a body that can push through a lot of things. And if coach tells me to run through that wall, I'm going to run through it. But I was at a point going into this last fight where I wasn't 100%, and even, you know, weeks before that, I was bedridden and muscle spasms and just bad things where you look at yourself and you're like, holy cow. 3 days ago, I was sparring with Miles Jury, one of the top guys in this division, and then now 2 days later, I can't even barely walk to the kitchen to make some eggs in the morning. You know, so it was a different situation. But like I said, I went through it, and I'm a better man because of it. And Saturday, November 15th, is going to be a great night for me and for San Diego, my adopted new hometown, and I'm excited about that.
Looking at the fight, do you feel that it goes as long as the other fight, or do you have like a feeling inside that it's not going to be that long of a fight?
You know, it's not just Will Brooks. I feel like when I put into great training camp and get to spar with these killers I spar with and get coached by these coaches, when I'm healthy and I'm 100%, I think I can go out there and finish any of the lightweights in the entire world. And that's just the confidence that comes with the preparation that I put in. And there's going to be no different on Saturday night. I feel like Will Brooks is a great opponent. He's a game opponent. He brings a lot to the table. It's just not going to be enough. And he's going to feel that in the first round, and if it goes to the second round, if it goes to the third round, and I'm excited about it.
Do you think he's going to get a little lippy? Because I know online he's been a little lippy. At the press conference, you're expecting that?
I would imagine. I mean, oh yeah, I forgot we got that press conference. That ought to be fun. You know, he's just
something to look forward to now.
Yeah, it's just, you know, I try to tune that out. I let him stay up at night and think about all the ways he's getting the short end of the stick and all that kind of stuff. And I just focus on the task at hand, and that's showing up Saturday night and beating his tail, and that's what's going to happen. And I've made my living out of keep my mouth shut and let my work do the talking, and that's what's going to happen.
Michael, thank you very much. Certainly appreciate it. Can't wait. This Saturday night, the man right next to me steps in the ring once more against Will Brooks at Bellator 131 in San Diego.